Gonna load, let's see, let's load this one. You can see this is a vanilla game. I only have utility mods installed. So it's pretty much vanilla. My fleet is Medusa, some Falcon 14s, the rest are Brawlers, Ludwig Pack Brawlers, and then some logistics ships. Flagship Medusa is a light dual machine gun, a mini pulsar, and 2 cryoblasters. Those are my skills. These Omega weapons are actually from Alpha Site. I haven't done the Hyper Shunts yet, and so this C just has a really nice Alpha Site loot. I have some Falcon 14s, but I'm not going to be using them here. Brawlers are assault chain gun, heavy machine gun, 2 light dual machine guns. Can see I max out the capacitors, extended shields, hardened subsystem, solar shielding. The last 8 brawlers are similar, but they have a nav relay. So to make sure they have enough DP, then this is only 1 light machine gun instead of light dual machine gun on the other side. So just to keep the capacitors maxed out, but otherwise the same. And the nav relays on these 8 are to make sure that I get a good speed bonus there for the fleet. Here are my skills. I have Support Doctrine. And yeah, can see that they have D-mods. These D-mods are nice for 2 reasons. They reduce the supply to heal back up, and also they reduce the strength of the ship in terms of XP purposes. So each D-mod means that the ship counts as 10% less cumulative. So 2 D-mods means 81%. So you can let the ships die. See if the D-mods don't really hurt the ship that much. In this case, like this one, damage D-mounts, reduce weapon turn rate, increases recoil. Well, guess what? These are hard points, so whatever. So yeah, so things like that. So then that way, your fleet counts as a smaller fleet, and so you get more XP bonus for that. So usually, so you can see that's why they kind of have their D-mods there. I myself have 2. For the same reasons. These won't really affect what I do much. So those are fine. Yeah, so those are my skills. I think I already showed you that. And here's the fleet. Yeah. Ordos fleet. It's 3 Radiant Ordos. You can see here's what the Radiants are. There's a total of 14 alpha cores and number of other cores, and so this is a bigger fleet than normal. So yeah, it's actually quite a large fleet. Okay, and then so let's go ahead and I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. Okay, good enough. And then yeah, so let's go ahead and fight. Once I'm adjusting the camera a little bit here. Good enough. All right. So yeah, this is actually a bit larger fleet than usual. Not only is it 3 Radiants, but it has more cores than usual, and the DP worth of the fleet is also bigger than the typical fleet. So yeah, you can see the battle size is 400, so max battle size. I'm only going to use the brawlers, and so I only have I'm only using 100 of my allotted 200 DP. The enemy fleet, of course, is deploying all 240. So I'm gonna start with having all my brawlers go toward their spawn point, 1 of each going to the objectives. Speed things up a bit, and I don't need the objectives, but it's really just to make sure that they kill whichever ship the enemy fleet sends to the objectives, so that I don't get surrounded, I don't get flanked by them. Now, an interesting happens. You can see how right now all my ships are out there in a nice ball. Look at what happens when they start approaching the enemy fleet. They naturally start spreading themselves out into a nice line formation there. Yeah. And that's because I'm sending them behind the enemy fleet, so when they encounter enemy ships, they go, oh my gosh, there's enemy ships in the way. They try to keep a certain distance around them and go around them. And that essentially makes them go into a line formation. I have found no better way to get the ships into line formation than to do this. Oh, these are some alpha cores. I don't know if I want to send a second guy there. Oh, whatever. They'll be okay. Might take a little bit longer than I expected, but that'll be fine. Now this one seems to have 2 radiants together, so that'll be interesting. Not sure what I'll do with that. We'll find out. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Guess I'll just send. This is not what I typically do. But I'll just go ahead and send some guys up to hit the radiance while I try to deal with the trash. I think the trash guys on the left look weaker, so I hope I should go to the left. Wait, what are these guys? What are these 2 guys doing? Oh, they're still trying to attack that guy. Well, whatever. Wait, no, didn't I send 2 guys to attack this guy? Oh, that guy's over there. The one that's oh no, he's trying to attack him. I don't. Well, whatever. Yeah, this whole system is very, very clunky. It does not work out well at all. But that's kind of what we got, so that's what the player has to deal with all the time. I want a couple of brawlers to go and attack the Brilliant. There is supposed to be another ship somewhere. Is that ship? Yeah. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. Instead, I'm the only one attacking the Brilliant. Can see there's that brawler on the bottom. Low flux running away. Can you guys go in and do, what I commanded you to do? Now I'm at full flux because they weren't around. Oh well. Yeah. So while I was doing that, let's see what happened with the rest of the fleet. Now this, by the way, this fleet is a little bit high maintenance. I did not want the free guys to be heading toward there, but this, and that's because the brawlers are very strong when they're together, but they're very weak when they're isolated. So you have to make sure that you're not getting any brawlers that are accidentally, getting isolated. So you do have to pay attention to that. Can see that forward radiant is a little bit too far in front, so I'm going to go and try to attack him and try to take him out before the other radiant can go and reinforce him. Well, that's not going to happen, but oh well. Now you notice all these ships are supposed to go in and attack them. That one too, but whatever. See what they actually do. Oops. Nope, the 2 radiants have come together. Oh well. Alright, let's double check what happened. Where's Brawler 2? Is he isolated? That's the biggest thing. Yeah, with this many brawlers, it is hard to keep track of where ships are. I don't know where Brawler 2 is, but that's the only one that I was concerned about. Is this Brawler 2? No, that's not either. So I hope that ship doesn't die. Don't know which one he is. there's reinforcements coming in, so I'm going to try to take out these radiants before the reinforcements come in. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Now, it's a little bit dangerous because the new Radiant has just spawned in, almost certainly, so I need to make sure that that I get my guys over to the rest of the fleet. I want these guys to gather at the bottom. I don't want them to be at the top. I want these guys to go up to the top. And I want my fleet to start making their way to the other fleet. Yeah, I'm this far away and he's still prioritizing me. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Now you can see on the mini-map that that Radiant has spawned in. Now the main challenge is trying to keep this fleet coherent and together. Haha. Sorry, it was from the Department of Redundancy Department. Trying to get all these guys back into a line formation quickly enough before that Radiant starts messing things up. Whoops. It's annoying when this happens. You accidentally click somewhere away, and then suddenly all the whole full assault thing disappears. You have to redo everything. That's an annoying part of the UI. I want everyone to go straight for So you can see I'm trying to get everybody to kill the stuff that's around the Radiant. There'll be a couple now. Now these guys will naturally encounter the Radiant. I'm not going to have them I'm not going to tell them to go after Radiant though, but and that's just that they kind of keep their distance, while the rest of the fleet does try to go around the Radiant and kill the other ships. Now, yeah, so why is this ship running in and these other ships are not? I'm going to tell him to stop running in, because he's the only one running in. All the other guys are still kind of trying to think about what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, whoops. I guess, yeah. Well, whatever. Here. Again, very clunky UI interface. How's the rest of the fleet doing? Yeah. None of the fleet really follows orders, whatever. I want them to go and kill the nearest target, please. Hey, while I was trying to deal with those other guys, it turns out that these brawlers did a pretty good job of weakening the Radiant. So I'll just take care of the Radiant first then. Might as well. Sorry, I just noticed the camera's a little bit off. All right. Darn it. Oh well. I'm not going to have enough to take care of him, so I'll help take out the Brilliant, which is a lot faster. How about you guys go in and attack something? Yeah, now I'm just trying to keep this guy alive. Oops. Oh well. That's it. So yeah, you can see this is a pretty messy fight, a lot messier than they usually are, but oh well, kind of got through. No losses, lost 5 crew, but no ships lost. 1 alpha core, whatever. You can see that's my XP. You can see it'll take me 188 supplies. I took more damage than I should have. Oh well. Take me 188 supplies to repair this. Yeah, you can see combat results. 253 seconds. To do that, I did about 20% of the damage. The rest of brawlers did the other 80%, of course. My damage is really just coming in from cryopulsar. So what I do is I go in and I try to, kill a target really fast. Any vulnerable targets near me, I try to kill it really fast to whittle down the ships, and then while the brawlers are busy softening them all up and basically tanking the damage. And so that's kind of how this fleet works. So yeah.